We'd like to hear from you on this, though. Are you afraid of bears, or do you have kind of a quiet respect for them and no problem? You can give us a call. We'd like to hear your stories at 790-3222, 790-3222. That's in Montreal. So it's 514-790-3222. If Montreal's a long-distance call, dial 1-800-363-1632, 1-800-363-1632. Our next caller is Leonard in downtown Montreal. Hi, Leonard.
I'm really sorry. It's just, I'm nervous when I talk on the phone.
That's okay.
Okay. Okay, I'm afraid of bears.
Yeah.
I have an uncle. I'm sorry.
Okay, Leonard. Listen, we'll let you go.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, okay.
Take a deep breath.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
Nothing to be nervous about. It's just like you're talking to me.
Okay. Okay, he's a wrestler, right?
Yeah.
And, well, okay, he was picking berries.
Yeah.
With one of his friends from the WWF.
Yeah.
And, they were attacked. But, okay.
Okay, Leonard, I'm afraid we're going to have to let you go. I'm sorry about that, though.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye. 1 o'clock, you're listening to Radio Noon on CBC Radio 1, 88.5 in Montreal and across the stations of the Quebec Community Network. We're asking if you're afraid of bears, and you can reach us at 514-790-3222,
514-1632. We'll go to Leonard, who's calling from the Plateau. Hi, Leonard.
Hello. I'm sorry, I'm kind of nervous, but, okay.
Leonard, do you want us to move on to somebody else, and
No.
we'll get back to you?
I have the courage to do this, okay? No, I have an uncle, okay, he's actually a professional wrestler, but he enjoys
Leonard, thank you for calling. I'll give out the numbers again, 1-800-363-1632, 1-800...
the stations of the Quebec Community Network. It's 6 minutes past 1 o'clock, and it's time for the Radio Noon phone-in, and I hope you'll give us a call. We're talking about reality TV. We want to know if what you think of shows like Survivor and other reality TV programs, such as ABC's Making the Band or CBS's Big Brother. You can give us a call. Tell us if you have watched them, and if you have, did you find them interesting or not? Have you become addicted to any of the shows? They've been hugely popular in Europe. Survivor has certainly caught on here. Big Brother, much less so. Some trouble in the ratings there. What is it that makes them interesting? Or if you've deliberately avoided them and you don't want to know anything about them, we want to know what has turned you off about the whole concept of reality TV. And you can give us a call. Tell us where you stand on it, what you think of reality TV at 790-3222, 790-3222. That's in the Montreal area. If you're just outside the island of Montreal, off the island, remember to dial 514-790-3222. If it's still a local call, just remember to put the area code in, 514-790-3222. And if Montreal's long distance, call us on our toll-free line, 1-800-363-1632. That's 1-800-363-1632. 363-1632. And once again, the local number 790-3222 or 790-3CBC. So, what do you think of reality TV shows like Survivor? Let's go to our first caller today, Samuel in the Old Port of Montreal. Hi, Samuel.
Oh, hello?
Hi.
Hi. How are you doing?
I'm very well. Are you? Do you watch any of these shows?
When I get a chance to. I mean, I'm pretty busy. Like, I'm a sailor.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't have a lot of time, but I get a chance to sometimes.
Which ones have you seen?
Well, it's hard to say which one I saw, but I saw this one where it was the ending part where this guy got voted off or something. I found that was pretty unusual for that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. You know, the thing that bugged me about the show, I guess, is because, like, I'm at sea a lot, and I have a lot of experience, right?
Yeah.
And so when I see, like, this stuff happening, so I don't know, it's fake, you know? But again, it's like we need that, I think, in our lives.
Why do we need it?
You know
Why do we need it?
Because it's like, hold on.
What's going on in the background there?
Sorry.
That's okay. I have to know, what's the noise in the background?
That's my ship.
Okay. All right. So why do you think we need it? Oops. For another reality TV.
Well, personally, I don't like them.
Why not?
I mean, well, first of all, I mean, you have these people acting in like in a controlled surroundings, and if they're really being videotaped, I mean, they wouldn't act how they would be. I mean, because most people, they're like really stupid when they, not stupid, but they act natural, and to their own personality. But these people, they seem to be all like really good people. They seem to have lots of fun with each other, which doesn't make sense to me because, I mean, like, you stick 20 people together, they're not going to have fun. They have all different personalities.
Now, one of the things that one of the Survivor contestants said was, you can't fake it. You maybe could fake it for a few minutes or a few hours, but not week after week. After a while, there's so many cameras around that you do let your guard down, and what you see is the truth. But you seem to be saying that what you see is not reality, that those people are affected by the cameras.
That's why I find it so, like, stupid, because they can edit it. They have total control over what you see. Anyways.
Now, so you're not watching them at all?
Well, no, I don't watch it personally. I get the information from my friends.
Okay. Are a lot of your friends interested in Survivor?
Well, actually, do you want to talk to one? Because he's right by me.
Sure.
Okay.
Who am I talking to?
Hi.
Hi, what's your name?
My name's Martin.
Hi, Martin. Are you a Survivor fan?
Yes, actually. Well, I mean, yes, in the fact that I watch it, but no in the fact that I don't know, I find it really frustrating, actually, because it's too fake, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, where do these people get off putting a show on like this? I mean, like, hello? Oh, man!
All right, Martin, we'll let you go on that.
I really get so upset.
Okay, Martin, listen, we're going to let you go, okay? Thanks very much for calling. 22 minutes before 2 o'clock, and you can see strong emotions when it comes to Survivor in particular. We want to know what you think. Carrie.
Well, actually, I'd like to, maybe I can ask it too. You see, I have this story. It's a friend of mine who had terrible, terrible acne. They tried all sorts of cures and everything for it, and it just didn't work. And then some Indian lady, like from India, she suggested that you put egg yolk on. And you do this treatment for, I think it's twice a day for a month, and it totally cleared it up.
And I read this in Duran last week, so I want to know. I mean, and they were saying that in fact it was the vitamin A.
No, I had a friend that had the same experience.
No, well, that's interesting. So because I wanted to ask Dr. Carey about this. What about the egg yolk treatment?
Well, it hasn't made it into our medical journals yet.
But it could work. I mean, do you know anyone who's told you it worked?
Well, there's many things that patients claim that works. Sometimes if you really to prove these sort of things, you have to take a group of patients and do a study to show it. Sometimes there's what we call a placebo effect, that a patient, perhaps that patient is washing his skin more often after, you put an egg on your face. So there's all
doctor?
Yes?
Okay. That's all very good and everything, but, there's an author, Edgar Allan Poe. Okay, and he made an interesting quotation on it. Okay, it goes, I have a tail.
All right, Morgan, we'll let you go. I think this is turning into a bit of a crank call. Thanks. All right, Dr. Carey. Listen, genetic predisposition is one thing that you mentioned.
Well, I was just wondering...
would you prefer people of the millennium or arts and entertainment?
People.
All right, let's see.
Okay. People of the millennium. This is the question.
Okay.
This former Governor General created the Grey Cup in 1909.
I have a tale for ye of my...
Okay, I'm sorry about that. We're going to go to another caller. Let's see. Read me the question again. I'll have to do this on my own.
The former Governor General created the Grey Cup in 1909. The Grey Cup is a football prize.
Yes, okay. Thank you. And so which former Governor General?
Which former Governor General? What was
his name?
What was his name?
What was Lord Grey?
What was his first name?
Oh, not Julius Grey. Is what I'm thinking.
You ever heard that tea? Do you ever watch Star Trek?
Well, I mean, it's Earl Grey, but that's
name.
not his name.
You got it. That's it. His name was Earl Grey, otherwise known as our favorite.
How come? I mean,
in
like,
St.
why?
Leonard. Hi, Jean.
Hi.
I'm just going to give out our phone number for other listeners. Jean, if you want to play with us, our phone number is 790-3222, and we've got lines free, 790-3222, or 1-800-363-1632. And Jean, what's the category you want?
We're heading towards a token city, but we're not there yet. We're on Beaver Creek for People of the Millennium.
Okay.
Good luck, Jean, and I'm counting on you.
All right, Jean, you there?
Yep.
All right. We're afraid you'd hung up and left late for the lurch. Okay. Whose 1968 campaign was dubbed the Kissing Campaign?
Duh. Who's that?
Whoops. Isn't that strange, eh? Sorry. I guess Jean was either kidnapped or the phone was grabbed from her.
Could you repeat the question, please?
Now you have to listen. Whose 1968 campaign was dubbed the Kissing Campaign?
1968, Kissing Campaign.
I'll speak with David Bird. If you're outside of the city, 1-800-363-1632. We've got our next caller. It's Martin in Old Montreal. Martin, do you want to take a question, or would you like to ask a question?
Well, actually, I'd like to just contribute a little bit of trivia.
Yeah.
Because I've been studying birds for quite a few years, and I just wanted to say that when the bird's the general symbol for unknown or variable is usually the dependent variable. So if the bird...
And, the New Year's Eve parties have already started in Montreal. Anyhow, try not to get too sauced over the holidays. It's better. Let's go to our next caller. It's Eleanor in Saint Lambert. Eleanor, how are you today? Ellen Laval. Danielle, how are you today?
Okay.
Can we start by asking you a question?
Well, I was just wondering one thing. During the summer, I grow a little garden in my backyard.
Yep.
And some pesky birds have been attracted. I think I saw some crows once.
Yes.
And I was wondering, how should I get rid of them? Is there are you allowed to poison birds or what?
No, you're not, actually.
No, well, I didn't think so.
No, I didn't think you did. I'm actually glad you raised the question.
I was wondering because my friend was bringing that up.
No, there's laws against that sort of thing, and even the town buildings down here that have excess of populations of pigeons or whatever are not allowed to openly go out and poison the birds. I mean, heck, if you do that sort of thing, we've got endangered peregrine falcons nesting down there. They eat pigeons and so on. So there's no easy poisons out there. They might be good for maybe some certain small restricted cases, but can't do that. If you've got a garden and you've got birds coming in, and this always amazes me that we can get one caller who's outraged because she can't feed the birds, and the next caller has a problem because they've got too many birds, and this is a common problem. I think if you go to a nursery, okay, now this is going to cost you a little bit of money, but it'll give you some peace of mind and allow you to have your garden.
All right.
They sell things like bird netting, special bird netting. It's not that expensive, and you can put that over your garden. You won't even see it, and it'll keep the birds out of your garden. I don't know if scarecrows work all that well. A lot of these birds, especially with crows, they habituate to all of these things. So I think your bird netting is probably your best bet. There are people doing all kinds of research on this problem to try and make it better for people like yourselves, and I can appreciate the fact that you don't like birds as much as the next person, or you don't like them in your garden.
Danielle, put your thinking cap on, because we got a question for you. Okay.
Okay, I got a question here for you. I'm going to pick one here for you because you don't like birds so much. Maybe you've heard of this one here.
Right.
The term is called bevy. A bevy is a term used to describe a group of eagles, geese, quail, or seabirds. A bevy.
Dr. Bird.
Have you ever hunted?
So Daniel didn't get it. Daniel really doesn't get it. So let's move to our next caller, Peter in Barnston West. Peter, how are you today?
And on winter, we'll go to Michael, who's calling from downtown Montreal. Hi, Michael.
Hi.
So, what is your verdict? Are you tired of winter, or are you thrilled that it's sticking around this long?
Well, actually, I've been doing some research for the McGill University, and would you like to hear some very interesting thing about snow?
Sure, depending on what it is.
Okay, well, you see, structurally, elemental crystals of snow occur in any of various hexagonal forms, depending upon exact atmospheric temperatures during formation.
You know what, Michael?
Now, just hold on, please. Among these six-sided, basically symmetrical shapes are needle, columnar, or stud plate-like star-shaped crystalline types. Now, because of the infinite variability of weather conditions, however, every snow crystal is unique in its precise configuration.
Michael, thanks a lot for your call. We're going to have to let you go. We're sort of trying to keep this on the light side of things, not the science side of things, but thanks for calling. The numbers to call if you're phoning from the Montreal area, and we'll go to our next call.
More if we're a country.
Mm-hmm.
We think it would cost less.
Madame Malavoie, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon.
Good afternoon. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. That was Marie Malavoie. She is the Vice President of the Parti Québécois. We're asking you this afternoon what you think of our new government. The number to call in Montreal, 790-3222. If that line is busy, you can call 1-800-363-1632. And also, if you're phoning from outside the Montreal area, the number for you to dial, 1-800-363-1632. We'll go to Christopher, who's on the line from NDG.
Hi.
Hi there.
You know, the VP you were just speaking to for the Parti Québécois,
Mm-hmm.
she was saying it's going to cost less. Is that correct? If they separate?
In her opinion, that's her opinion, and that's the opinion of her party.
I understand. See, in my own opinion, I'd have to say, because a lot of people, myself included, would be inclined to leave the or the country as it would be at the time, and there's a significant amount of money that would go, as they themselves have noted. Is that not correct?
Now, Christopher, how long have you been in Quebec?
For 38 years.
And you didn't leave during the referendum in 1980? You didn't leave after 1995? Why would you leave now?
Well, if they succeeded,
yeah,
I would have left. Do you understand?
Yep.
Yeah. And because, and a lot of people left just under the threat of, excuse me, I shouldn't say threat, under the idea of separation. But if it actually occurred, would not far more people leave?
It's a very good question.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's very interesting. Are you familiar with Bowser and Blues?
Yes.
Bowser and Blues, sorry?
Yeah.
And they sing these political songs, and there's one that just ties in so perfectly with it. It goes like this. I'm a rock and roll man, rock and roll, rock and roll.
Bye, Christopher. Thank you for calling. We'll go to Andrew now, who's on the line from NDG. I guess it could have been worse. Andrew, hi. Andrew? Is Andrew there?
Speaking.
Hi there.
You can hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Well, first of all, it's interesting. Marie Malavoie, a few moments ago, said that Bernard Landry is going to talk about sovereignty.
Distinguished biographers, and we're talking about what makes a wonderful biography and memoir. We'd love to hear from you what your favorite biography or memoir is. I know it's hard to choose, but pick one and give us a call at 790-3222 or 1-800-363-1632. And our first caller today is Simon from the Plateau. Hi, Simon.
Hello.
What's your favorite biography?
Well, I was reading this most fascinating story. It was about this the architect inside the Third Reich. His name was Albert Speer. Have you ever heard of him?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, you see, to me, I am most excited to recall when I read this the work of the author Edgar Allan Poe, who once said, "Have you intelligibly concerned yourself with the broad side of the planet Earth, or the wonders of the Parthenaeus? Allow for response."
Yeah. Thanks very much, Simon. Let's talk a little bit about George Bernard Shaw, if it's possible to talk a little bit. I don't think it really is. But we are, you're listening to Radio Noon, and we're talking. Our next caller is Seth in Montreal. Hi, Seth.
Hi.
What is your favorite biography or memoir?
Well, I wouldn't say it was my favorite, but I just did finish reading it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the biography of Jean Paré. And she was a troubled youth living in France during the hippie era in 1967. And it goes on like several aspects of her life, but one of them was police abuse that she experienced during her life. And if I just would like to read one thing from the book,
yeah,
it goes
sure.
on to say, add mushrooms to saute.
Okay, all right. We're getting the same crank caller, and I'm sorry about that. One would think one would have better things to do. But anyway. Hi, Serge.
Hi.
Do you think Canada's right to crack down at its borders?
Well, I just got to say that I'm one who has nothing better to do.
Sorry about that. Although I would say to Serge in LaSalle 3 words. Get a life. Because it's not the first time you've called. And you really should get a life. Or get some help. That's another idea. Someone to talk to. Let's go to Joseph in Côte-des-Neiges. Hi, Joseph.
Hi.
I'd like to hear from you as well. What do you think about early release from prison? If you have a comment about the Alexandre Livernoche murder as well, we'd like to hear your point of view on this and whether or not you think it would have been avoided. We're talking about early release because the man who killed Alexandre Livernoche, Mario Bastien was supposed to have been in prison, but was released early in 1/6 of his sentence, 2 months into a 1-year sentence, because that's the norm. And we want to know if you think that should be the norm. Is early release the way to solve prison overcrowding? You can reach us here at 597-4500. It's 597-4500 or 1-877-597-4500. Let's go to Don in St. Henry. Hi, Don.
Hi.
What do you think about early release?
Well, it depends on the circumstance. Like, if the person was on good behavior, then and they have truly been rehabilitated, then of course they should be released. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. What, for example, somebody like Mario Bastien goes in for petty crimes, theft, and so on. He's only in for 2 months.
Yes.
Not much time for rehabilitation, really, in 2 months, I would imagine.
No.
Do you just let him go because he's not? I mean, they weren't violent crimes.
Well, I don't know so much. I mean, I don't want to get too much in Mario Bastien's case. It's very controversial, but I know for myself, like quite a few years ago, I served a 2-year prison sentence when it should have been 3 years. But I worked really hard. You know, I felt bad for what I did, and I wanted to make changes. And they helped me out, and they released me early. And now I'm a good citizen in society. They did their job for me, so that's why I think it's a good idea.
How long was your sentence?
It was originally 3 years.
Okay, and you served 2 years?
That's correct.
That's pretty long.
Yes, I know, but it's better than 3 years. Really.
Yeah, but I mean, so you weren't. What was the parole process like for you?
Oh, I don't want to get too much into that. Like the parole, I don't know. Like,
well, did you think it was fair?
Well, I thought it was fair. I mean, at the time, I didn't think it was fair. I didn't want to go to prison. I was very much against the legal system. You know how people are at that age. But now I look back, it was fair. Even 3 years would have been fair. But because I really was rehabilitated, then 2 years is fair.
Yeah.
You know? And they teach you good things there. They teach you how to get rehabilitated into society. Even the prisoners themselves will teach you things. Like, they taught me to rap. You know, rap in a do. Nancy, wood smells like doggy poo.
Well,
I would just love lasagna, and it's something in which I've tasted only a couple times in my life, but I just adore it.
Now, for a man to diss his own mother's cooking, you must be serious about lasagna. So what is your idea of really good lasagna?
Well, something that has thick sauce.
Mm-hmm.
It has to have a lot of meat, has to have a lot of cheese, it has to have a lot of pasta. I'm a big person, and I like hearty food.
The times that you have had the lasagna of your dreams, where was it?
Well, it was at, actually to be quite honest with you, at my school. The lunch ladies at my school were just...
Cafeteria food?
Cafeteria lasagna.
Food.
What school was this? I hope it was the Cordon Bleu chef school.
No. It happened actually to be Marymount Academy. And the lasagna there was delicious. Although one time I found a ball of hair in the lasagna, so it ruined the whole thing. So I don't know if that could be classified as my favorite lasagna. But anyhow, I'm still trying. Do you have any suggestions where to get good, hearty lasagna?
I'm sure our listeners do.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get a few phone calls. So stay tuned, John. You might be able to pick up a few tips, and thanks
Maybe
for
there's
calling.
a lunch truck nearby someplace that's making good lasagna for
don't know.
minus the hairball.
Or one of those, Michelinas, 790-0991, Star Talk, toll-free, 1-800-491-CJD, talking to you about your favorite Christmas foods, the ones that say Christmas to you. Joseph is on Matinee. Hi, Joseph.
Good afternoon.
Thanks very much for the call. Ernest now is on Matinee as we talk about your favorite Christmas dishes. Hi, Ernest.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Well, my favorite Christmas dish would, of course, be turkey. That's the regular, traditional meal for Christmas time. Is that not so? But I'm calling. There was a caller. His name was Ben, I believe, and he was complaining about not complaining. He wanted to know where he could find his lasagna.
Yeah.
Yes, I know a place, Italian restaurant. The restaurant on the corner of DeSalle and Barclay make a fantastic lasagna, I believe.
Do you know the name of the restaurant?
Yes, and the only thing about those they use frozen meats when they prepare it. And I don't know if that's good because you can order veal lasagna too.
Yeah.
You know veal lasagna?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I don't eat veal, so I don't know how it tastes.
I eat veal. It's baby calf, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And I eat lots of that. What's the matter with that?
I don't want to eat anything that has the word baby in the name. It might be a really petty thing considering the whole overall carnivore lifestyle I lead. It's hardly. It does seem really strange to suddenly develop a conscience about it. But if you put the word baby in my dinner, I'm not eating it.
No, they don't know any different. They're so young, they don't know what's going on.
Oh, you're making me sad.
No, you're not helping the argument at all. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to become a vegetarian.
Oh my! I have a philosophical problem with the way they're raised, veal. So, but I eat older cows, thinking that they've led long, happy lives.
Yeah, and they committed suicide.
I'm a complete hypocrite. Yeah, I believe sure I'm a complete hypocrite when it comes to that. But 790-0991 Star Talk. You don't have to call up and call me a hypocrite. I know I'm a hypocrite on that question. All right.
He was talking about veal, and I love animals, but I hate it when I hear such things like babies getting killed. I'm a vegetarian, actually. I can't take it when I see meat, and especially a baby. I have a child of my own, and I know how much how much a child and a baby is so vulnerable to things, and using it as a child, or I would say like an infant calf as a means to eat something. It hasn't even grown.
But this is not a discussion about veal. This is a discussion about Christmas dishes.
Know, it's actually...
Let me ask you about this. As a vegetarian, yes. I assume there's no turkey on your holiday table.
No, it isn't. That's why I like spaghetti.
Do you usually serve pasta at this time of year?
I eat spaghetti all the time, actually.
But what do you have for Christmas dinner? Do you do Christmas dinner?
No, I don't believe in Christmas. I actually eat just spaghetti.
That's not, I know a lot of vegetarian people who would really sort of stand up and scream, that's a really bad idea. Ultimately, you're going to end up suffering from an all-spaghetti diet. And then what happens is once you end up with heart problems and health problems because of your all-spaghetti diet, vegetarianism gets blamed for it. And then people look at it and go, oh, look at all the vegetarians who are getting sick, and they all... swearing off meat is one thing, and if you're doing it for health reasons, that's fine. But all spaghetti all the time, unless you want to look like Marlon Brando, it is not a good idea, pal.
Our discussion continues. Your favorite Christmas foods, the ones that just say Christmas to you when they turn up on your holiday table. 790-0991, Star Talk, toll-free, 1-800-491-CJAD. Just seconds away now from the 1:30 News update with CJD's...
You cut it up, and then you boil it in a what are those things? Steam boilers, the quick ones there.
Pressure cookers.
Pressure cookers, that's right. And you cook it like that, and also you make, you put beans, you put hamburger in there. It's an actually wonderful dish.
And you associate it with the holidays?
Well, I do because it's the best thing I make. So I want to put that in when I have my holidays.
Which I'm presuming you spend alone.
Hey, a lot of people like cabbage.
Yeah. I don't have many friends. I make it for myself and Felix, my dog.
Your dog likes to eat cabbage?
He does, and he's actually a very strong dog. I feed him it. I feed him it very much. Actually, he eats a lot.
Thanks for your call, Daniel. 790-0991 Star Talk. We're talking about our favorite holiday dishes, and Carol joins us. Holiday dishes. Tony is on CJD. Hi, Tony.
Hi, my name's Tony, and I'm Italian.
Yeah?
And we still celebrate Christmas, even though I'm Italian. Now, what I was going to say, I was telling the wife to make dinner.